welcome to the E14 Toybox. I'm Rob, and that's Blake.
It is.
Yes.
And that's Rob as well.
Yes, it is. Again.
And I'm Blake.
You are still Blake.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of us here together again.
Yeah, I know.
It's like loads.
We got ages about doing these filter
know.
figs, and then we're doing it 2 in a row.
We're like tabletop buses, aren't we?
Yeah, I know.
Made of Lego or some shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're here, as you might have guessed from the delightful scene decoration we've added to this mix, for a booster battle. And this time round, we're going to be battling using the Batman animated series set. So this, at the time of recording, although it will likely be pretty close to the time of release as well, because I'm getting better at this, is the most recent DC set, and I think it's the most recent one to have a starter as well, a proper starter.
Yes, yeah.
Because the Secret Wars Battle World, I think, is just Fast Forces.
Yeah, that's just Fast Forces.
Yeah. And actually, Batman animated series was the first DC starter since they changed the rules, which is quite a long time.
Yeah.
It's like a year.
Is it really though?
Yeah, yeah. They didn't do a DC up until then. It was Harley Quinn and Gotham Girls, which was a Fast Forces. Yeah. And fuck all else.
Well, I thought they still had the newer cards.
No, the one before that was they had the new cards in the Justice League starter that came with the Elseworlds. And then after that they did Harley Quinn and the Gotham Girls, which was Fast Forces.
Okay.
Joker's Wild was just before Elseworlds, and that was new cards but no new rules.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was Fast Forces anyway. Yeah. So this was the one that had the first starter set with proper new rules, maps, and actually the maps had the new. I think you've seen these, the new terrain spaces, the obscuring terrain that you can hide in.
Oh, the more you know.
So anyway. Booster battles.
We're going to fit something in there.
No, that's alright. I'll probably just cut awkwardly around it as if I've tried to do something cool and fucked up. Yeah. Or I won't. Or you won't, yeah. Or
you know, you'll fuck it up completely and just put Intel Inside music in by mistake.
Anyway, so booster battles, for those who've never seen one before, are pretty straightforward. It's a best of 5, and we take a booster each for 5 rounds, and we try and guess 2 things. So we take a guess before we open the booster as to the rarity of the rarest bit inside. So every booster is made up of a series of 5 figures, and inside those will be something that's at least rare up to chase. So we guess which one we're going to get: rare, super rare, chase. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get the rarest one out of the 2, you get a point. If you get a chase, we double it. And if it's I think we said for primes we had a point as well, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, we had a point. I think
there's not like FX styles or anything like that in there. There are. I've noticed when I've opened a couple of these in the past, there are items sometimes. So if you want to do a point for them, or
it depends. Do they always come with the items? I guess they
not. It's not in every booster.
No, but I mean, presumably the figures that come with the items always do. Yeah. Well, we did that.
I don't know. I suppose the 2 models I saw pulled, they did seem to have awfully convenient items, so I presume so.
I would imagine so. And also, to be fair, if we did that, then the Clicks effect wouldn't have counted either, because it would have been a real sucker if you'd got the X-Men ones. It's like, Quicksilver can use the speed marker, not include. Although they did sell there separately, so I guess they could have theoretically been a dick about it if they really wanted to. But thankfully, thanks WizKids, you didn't. Good for you. Good for you.
You were less of a dick than normal.
Correct indeed. Emphatically so. So yeah, we take a booster from a range of 10 here. Guess the rarity. If we get it right, point. Right, best for the round, point. Chase doubled. Prime, extra point.
Yeah. So that works for me.
Yeah. Keep it prime simple. Or an item. There you go.
All right.
Easy enough. Extra point for those.
Yeah.
So, Blake, you have already picked up a couple of these.
Yeah.
So you did an OP, right? That we talked about it
on
the E14 Gamecast. Available now on all good podcast providers and the shit ones.
We are on most of them. Especially the shit ones.
Especially the shit ones. We seem to be the most popular show nobody's heard of.
Exactly.
So yeah, we talked about a bit about that. You picked up a couple of boosters. What was your kind of highlight from that?
I think the one I really liked was a Bane that I pulled.
I'm a little jealous of that.
It came with like a Venom Highness item as well, which nice. it was. I didn't use it in my build because it was the extra item was like 7 points, and it made it really awkward to build a team. Yeah. But I think it was pretty powerful if memory serves. I think it allowed you took like a 50-50 chance of taking a point of damage, but it boosted all your stats by 1, I think, or something like that if you used it.
Bane often comes with venom mechanics that kind of either take the risk of damaging health or flat out just damage health over time. Like that really good Predator's Wild one.
Yeah,
except he gets like
slower and
emphysema
slower.
by the time you enter the game. So,
I can't move my legs.
You think you'll give it? Okay, fine, it gives you power over me. I need to fucking sit down.
Oh, I broke the vein as well.
I need to sit down for several days.
Stay a while and listen.
Oh man, there's a crossover with Dead God's Bane. So Blake, as my guest, I'm going to give you first pick of the boosters.
Okay, right. I'm going to be an awkward bastard, although it does maintain the nice look of the thing, and take one from the back.
Fine, by all means do.
Da-da-da-da.
Right.
Da-da-da.
So before you open it, your first one, this is light-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Are there any figures you particularly want to get out of these? That you want to see?
I'd like to see, because I mean, I only saw a few, when I did the OP, I only saw one of the Justice League guys.
Okay.
I know the focus is mainly on the animated series, which is fine, obviously,
Yeah.
but I saw that obviously there is animated series, there is Batman Beyond, obviously the Chase is like the Super Friends, that sort of thing.
Meanwhile, in other people's boosters.
Yeah, but I thought seeing some of the Justice League would be nice to see. Also, like some of the I didn't really see like any of the more obscure villains. So something like a Man Bat or something, who I
Okay.
know is in the animated series,
Yes.
but not really.
First episode, I think. First
Yeah,
episode of the first
I think
series.
it
He's
is,
the
yeah.
subject. Yeah.
So something like him would be nice.
Langstrom, not
Yeah.
Warrenstrom.
Warrenstrom.
Not that one. Kurt Langstrom. That's it.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. What about yourself?
I'm hoping for John Stewart Green Lantern because I don't have one and I
Okay.
like him a lot. And then beyond that, Two-Face is. I've always loved the animated series Two-Face look, so I'm really cool with that. Obviously, Harvey Dent's even better because it reminds me of my Halloween costume from years gone by. And obviously any kind of Batman-related things, you know. There's that cool. I mean, the Batman Beyond is cool, but the old Bruce Wayne is cooler, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I think just generally, so far I've been really impressed with the look of this series. I think they suit sculpting for Heroclix really well, and the paint jobs seem to be pretty reasonable from what I've seen.
From what I've seen of when I did the OP, the actual models I thought actually came out pretty nice and were good for Heroclix.
Yeah, and Zatanna as well, because obviously anybody Justice League Dark or Magic, I'm generally a fan. There's no Constantine, I've already looked into it.
No, I was going to say it.
If I pull one, I'll be fucking amazed.
Because he's not in this set.
Exactly. If he's Trinity War, I might do a shit.
Yeah, if it's Trinity War, it's just 5 Trinity War Constantines in there. You're like, what the fuck?
Oh, come on! Meanwhile, back in time, somehow I'm pulling out. I didn't realise this was a thing.
Yeah. What the hell are the animated
These paint jobs are really cartoony. Anyway, as my guest, you get to go first.
Right, I'll use the special.
Done. While you were telling me about your villains, I went ahead and took the liberty.
Fine. You always take the liberty.
This is true.
Okay.
Except for that Ghostbusters 2 Colossal.
Right.
Guess.
I am going to guess.
Sorry, that sounded very aggressive. Guess. What's your guess?
I'm going to.
Thank you for coming. Please never leave me. You're my rock.
Nobody left. Sad but true. No, I'm going to guess this is a super rare.
Super rare. All right, you're going to come out strong.
Yeah.
I'm going to go super rare as well, actually,
Okay,
because
well.
I think, one of us has got to be right.
Well, the odds are.
Pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
Because my
yeah.
understanding is this set has a slightly higher chase distribution per brick, per
Okay.
case. Sorry, I should say. Because
Yeah.
normally in the bricks, I think in the cases rather, the packs of 2, there's usually 1 or 2. Whereas I
Yeah.
think in these ones they find it upped it to 3.
I was going to say the chase
Would sound like a lot.
A chase wasn't found in the OP game.
Oh, well, there you go. See. I bought it from the same shop.
And I'm assuming it was Super Friends, so
There you
they
go.
are the only chases, are they?
They are the only chases, yes.
Okay.
Super Zatanna, the one I'm after, is super rare. So
Okay, we'll see.
we shall soon find out. So
Yeah.
why don't you lay it on us and show us what you have?
Okay, so.
Oh, I've already seen one. I'm jealous.
Da, 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 da. Okay, so we have. I'll try and show it as close to the camera as I can.
Yes, we'll just hold it up as close as you can reach, and
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
So-
if at all. Most people have seen these by now.
We have a Mr. Freeze.
Nice.
So
Very cool.
Quite a nice model actually.
I like that one a lot actually. That's another one whose look I like from the show.
There was a Mr. Freeze from the I think was at the game, but I don't think it was this particular model.
Oh,
or
okay.
it was a different colour. I think might have been.
Fair enough.
Unless I'm getting mixed up, obviously. But yeah, looking pretty cool there.
Yeah.
I like obviously like the slightly frosted look with the glass.
There are some really cool touches in Heroclix sometimes. They get a lot of shit, and rightly so sometimes, for the paint jobs and for some of the sculpts and the fragility of stuff. But then occasionally you'll just get something that's like, that is a nice touch. Like the sketch variant Mr. Freeze from Joker's Wild is amazing. And to be fair to them, sketch variants are a mixed bag at best.
Oh yeah.
Really
That Mr. Freeze you got is very nice.
They really can be shite.
We've got a Jervis Tetch.
So that's a
I'm
Mad
not
Hatter,
sure-
right?
I assume it's a Mad Hatter, but I might just have a little quick look at the card.
Go for it. Shall I just pop him in camera while you're doing that?
Yeah.
Jervis Tetch.
Jervis Tetch. Real name Jervis Tetch.
I'm guessing he's a Mad Hatter.
Significant appearance Mad of the Hatter, so I'm
There you go.
assuming he is the Mad Hatter.
That seems
But
reasonable.
it's weird that they've not called him the Mad Hatter.
Maybe there's a prime.
Yeah.
No, there's not a prime. It won't be a prime because it's it would be 45A. But it's
Or there is a
45.
different, or maybe there is a different model.
Yeah, I imagine there's probably a couple of models where they're like, oh well, let's just put two of the same sculpt in, because they do that it's quite common in Heroclix for them to do two figures with the same sculpt in different dials, like Harley and Quinzel and Harley Quinn and normal scientists in Harley Quinn and the Gotham Girls and stuff like that.
Yeah. I haven't seen this one that's from the OP.
Cool.
We have a penguin there, which I actually quite like him because he's quite a good chunky
That is
model,
right.
which is actually
Good.
quite thematic of the actual
With the look. Yeah.
cartoon, which I think is
Again,
great.
so far, I mean, obviously we're only 3 models in, but I quite like it's all, let's say, everything I've seen of these and pictures on Instagram and stuff of bits and pieces are all very thematic, and I like that. They all look the paint jobs are all very good. They all look the part. They all look cartoon painting style.
Yeah,
That sort of thing. It's all it's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's a big improvement on some. Well, I actually think they actually suit the style of the Heroclix, and I don't think they get to the point where they look, even though they're cartoony, I don't think they look really, really out of place if you were to put them amongst
The more realistic looking
the slightly more, well, as I said,
Quotes.
the more comic book
Yeah.
looking ones. They don't look that as stand out, if you know what I mean.
I do.
Penguin might stand out a little bit, I guess, but
Yeah.
in general, I mean.
Yeah.
So we got Batman Beyond.
Nice.
So looking good there. I had to play against this model, and it is a dick.
Yeah. 100 points with Indom and all that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got. I think if it's the same one, he can choose. Yes, he can choose between different abilities. So he can. So he's got a trait called the Voice of Experience. So at the beginning of your turn, you can choose one, either Blaze Claw Fangs, Energy Explosion, Incapacitate, or Steal Energy.
Nice.
And Batman Beyond can use that chosen power until the next turn.
Cool.
So yeah, and I mean, he starts off with with Penside with 3 points of damage. So
Nice.
he's pretty
Yeah, that's good
damaging
stuff.
right from the off.
And then your last one?
The last one is Roland Daggett,
All right.
looking pretty cross.
He does look cross.
Yeah, he's
Get me, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's-
what?
I mean, there is doom enough for all. I mean, I'm Roland Daggett.
I think Daggett's in. Don't they have Daggett as Ben Mendelsohn in Dark Knight Rises? I'm sure there's a character called Daggett.
Possibly. It's been
Maybe.
a while since I've seen Dark Knight Rises. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, fair. You don't enjoy my movie. I need to sit down.
Yeah, apparently he's owns a company called Daggett Chemicals.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I think it might be him then. Yeah.
Or it might be,
Might be a
it
Venom.
might be him revolving around like Venom and stuff like that.
I think-
Possibly.
Maybe. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So your rarest looks to be Jarvis Tetch then, the rare.
Yeah, unless Mr. Freeze is the same.
No, he's number 9. It'd be a common.
Okay.
Look
Oh well,
at-
that's what I was trying to go by the colours.
Yeah, you got the silvery one on that one. Look.
Yeah.
And then versus the wet.
Oh, that's what I've got. I couldn't
Yeah.
quite see the shiny.
Cool.
Okay. No,
But that's a
all
cool. I mean, that's a good pull, I think.
right. Yeah, didn't get my super rare, but
No.
not bad.
Sadly not. But you may still become the rarest one depending on the points of the next one I'm about to pull out. So let's find out what we get.
I'd love to have you pull better than uncommon.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully. Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's really weird. Oh, I'm already happy. I've got one I want. Not that one. That one. So, obviously, no Batman the Animated Series brick would be complete without Leslie Tompkins, because I picked up the wrong one. So Leslie Tompkins is a common. Not familiar with this character, but
not per se. Do you want
good
to
for
have a
her.
look at the card?
Yeah, go for it. Good for her. Looks like her eyes are not on her eye holes. Good old-fashioned eye painting. To be fair, having painted models myself, I can confirm that painting eyes is a bastard. So I
From
can
the
sympathise.
apparently a significant appearance is the same episode as Roland Daggett, which
Oh, okay.
was Appointment in the Crime Alley.
Daggett and Tompkins, what a team.
She's a politician, apparently.
Right, one, I've got Alfred.
Okay. Well,
Dressed
that's a different Alfred from the ones I've seen previously.
Yeah, dressed like the Milk Tray Man. Well, the white Milk Tray Man, I guess. That'd be different for a white chocolate butler. Delicious.
The sweetest.
Delicious vanilla flavour. So, obviously, as I was alluding to when I correctly picked up Leslie Tompkins, no Batman the Animated Series brick would be complete without Batman himself. So, the Caped Crusader, the Dark Knight, Vengeance himself. Number 1A, so it's presumably a prime version. I might be, if I'm right, it's Clayface as Batman. So it's all Batman apart from the head. It's like clay coloured.
Okay.
So I didn't have to paint it.
I've seen, when I did the OP, I saw a few different, like same sort, similar sort of model.
Look, yeah.
But different. Like, I mean, I had one which was all black.
Yeah.
So like more like the black, like a black suit, like in shadow almost.
Yeah.
I've also seen a similar one which was like a more powerful version, which I think was like 125 points, and he came with a batarang which he could use as a free action, and so he basically got like a free range attack every single time. But he was a lot more powerful than that one, obviously.
Yeah. So I've got one of the ones off my wish list.
Okay.
So Two-Face, that is really cool.
That's a nice one. I like that they got the coin
snarl.
in the
And it's translucent plastic, so you know it's not enough to give me a bonk on, but it's close. And then the rarest one in the in the
Tune into the Toybox After Dark for Bob's Bonk.
You'll hear it thunk against the desk. So the rarest one is Baby Doll.
Okay. Not a character
No, I'm not
personally aware of.
fantastic. Maybe is it Toy Master?
It is called Baby Doll.
Oh, okay. So maybe this is the villain, but it is a super rare. So I got my guess correct.
Okay.
So that's
So
good.
well done.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's 40 points. Nothing. I mean, Dahl's relatively short, it looks like, but
Yeah, first
she's
you go
got
down
some
and click
box outs.
5.
Yeah, she's got some box outs, which could be fun.
So her trait is Kindred Spirit. At the beginning of the game, choose a friendly character to become Baby Doll's Kindred Spirit.
Okay.
Then she can use Outwit, but only when she and her Kindred Spirit are on the same click number.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Perplex, but only when she's on a different click number than her Kindred Spirit.
Right.
KO characters aren't on any click number. So
Right.
obviously
Okay. So you
be
can't
used.
use something with click 4 that's actually a 10-point character.
Yeah.
Just to get some. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then her trait on her attack is Energy Explosion. When Baby Doll uses it, all targeted characters cannot use super sensors.
Oh, nice.
And her damage, or she is
So damage.
is shape change. When Baby Doll uses it, if she hasn't hit a character with an attack this game, she succeeds on a 3 to 6.
Wow. So actually, as well as shape change, she's got tiny size. So even if you do fail the shape change roll, you could theoretically still miss.
Well, yeah.
It makes it more
She hasn't got the
difficult.
highest defense based on newer dials, but
Yeah.
not too bad.
Still, cool. And obviously, the advantage it has is that I've successfully guessed my pick.
And got a higher one.
And got
so
a higher one,
it
so-
is unfortunately to me 2-0.
2-0. So that's 2-0 to me to start with. This will change. It is a Heroclix thing involving me and you. To
Yeah.
my memory, I've only won one thing against you, which was the Deadpool brick, where I won the pulls and then you whooped my ass in the game.
Yeah.
And then went
And
on
I
to
think
win
vice
the other
versa, because I think the DC put one. No, we didn't do a booster battle
The
with that
mix.
one, but
Yeah,
the
it was a
mixed
mixed
one,
thing.
we obviously I lost quite hilariously too. In the
Basically, we played both games that same night, and we kind of had like
It was like
completely inverse
polarising. One was incredibly one-sided for the Deadpool game, and then it was for me, and then it was completely one-sided for the opposite direction for you.
Yeah. All right, so 2-0 to me to start us off.
Yeah.
Why don't you pick us out the next brick booster
Okay.
rather?
Dun 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 dun.
Dun.
Dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Dead dog, dead dog. Right.
Man, Batman, Batman, Batman.
Face, face, face. Face, face, face.
Super friend.
Such a good friend. Get out for you. I would like to see a Joker. I've got one from because I bought the starter set for this because I would like to have I like to have a copy of the newest rules.
The standard Joker thing, this isn't as powerful as the starter set Joker.
No.
But it's still pretty powerful for the points. Because as I said, it's like a 30-point Joker. But he's got probability control and can do 3 points of damage on his first clicks.
Pretty good.
I think he only has like 3 or 4 clicks of health. But
yeah, if he didn't hit hard enough, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he's a good support piece. Cause I think when I played him, I held him back and just used his prob on them. But then again, I had Bane smashing things up anyway.
Yeah, fair. So, next one. Booster number 2. I keep saying brick and booster, they're interchangeable to me.
Yeah. Thing number 2.
Welcome to Booster Fury.
Fire went Batman. Right, so I'm going to play a bit safer this time. I'm going to say rare.
Alright.
So.
I'm going to go balls to the wall and say chase for this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I look forward to this chase being in here.
Go for it.
Right. Dun, 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 dun. Oh,
Well, no, I think you got it. You know, I think you've successfully guessed. But why don't you tell us more about that?
Okay.
Sort of spoiled it a bit.
So I have a poison ivy.
That's pretty cool. I thought she was Mera from Aquaman at first. 'Cause,
okay.
You know, dressed identically.
Yeah, and I suppose she's got some sort of dart gun on her wrist as well, which I suppose could have been thought of like a.
Yeah. A mini trident.
Yeah. Only 40 points. If it's the one I had to face at the OP, I don't think it's as powerful as the poison ivy from the starter set.
Oh, okay.
It's quite bitey.
Yeah, I think it says poison ivy from Batman and Robin, so you know she's about the only good thing in it, and even then she kind of sucks.
Yeah. Most of that film kind of sucks, Rob. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Emma. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. It's not very good.
We have another Mr. Freeze, which I believe is possibly the same one as we've got. Number 9. Number 9, yes. So we've got another Mr. Freeze there. As I said, I still quite like the sculpt.
Yeah, still cool.
Yeah. We have a Renee Montoya.
Oh, okay. Not generic police person.
Yeah, well, she is a named generic policewoman.
Yes. I do like the fact that they're mixing up the police for male and female in the most recent DC ones, at least. Harley Quinn and the Gotham Girls has got a lot of female characters, obviously.
Yeah,
because it's
I
Harley
think
Quinn
that's
and
the
Gotham Girls.
focus.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
Yeah,
and they've got a lot of. It means I've been able to build out my police characters to quite a decent size, so, and you know I've got a broader range of experience.
But I mean, got 2 damage and enhancement.
That's not bad.
Energy shield to start with.
I mean that seems reasonable.
And then goes on to willpower and ranged combat expert whilst only doing 1 damage, which I mean for. That's what I said, for like a generic policewoman and a 30-point click, not that bad. Yeah.
No, there's
you could probably make a good team of lower point characters.
Yeah, you could. And we'll have to.
Well, possibly, yeah, because I mean, as I said, we haven't had many. I mean, obviously, Batman Beyond
is the heaviest.
Probably the heaviest pointed character so far.
Yep.
But yeah, nothing.
Two-Face for me at 75.
Yeah. Next we have Lockup.
Not familiar with this character in the slightest.
He's got police department.
Looks like he would be the same sculpt as Bane.
Similar. I think the Bane's slightly bigger.
I would believe it.
Yeah.
Nobody skips on,
But yeah, no, it looks alright. He comes from the episode called Lockup.
Okay. Makes sense. Now the thing is, a lot of imagination in their characters, not so much in their episode names.
Yeah.
This one's about Baby Doll. What should we call it? Man Bat.
Yeah, apparently he's a member of the Gotham City Police Department.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Obviously, as I said, not that. And we have my rare character is a Justice League Flash.
No, he's really cool. I like that one a lot.
More simple than some of the ones. flashes with things. I mean, I know a lot of the flashes try to use like blur effects with translucent plastic.
But again, I think it works for the theme of the brick.
Yeah, and they're trying to go down the sort of cartoonier route, and I think by putting too much translucent plastic, it might spoil that.
Yeah.
So,
the Two-Face is sparing. He's not like flipping the coin 80 feet into the air.
No.
For a massive column to just give me a semi.
So he has energy shield deflection. I believe that is. Yeah, it must be.
And hypersonic.
Hypersonic at 13 speed.
Not bad.
And he's got a box out of 3 damage. What's that? Probability control. When the Flash uses it, if he is being targeted in the attack and the attack missed him, after resolutions you may place him within 3 squares and line of fire of the attacker.
Oh wow! So you can basically just go.
So you can close up on him.
Wow, nice. That's really cool, actually. That's quite a nice thematic power. You can imagine it kind of. The best powers, I think, are the ones where you can picture it kind of in a cartoon or a comic format, where you sort of see him dodge and then he turns up nearer.
Yeah,
miss me. Because he's a smart art in the Justice League show. Like a big time smart art.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember. Well, been a long time since I watched it, but one of the things. Yeah. And his box out later on, he drops down to super sensors. He doesn't loses his box out power damage, but he does gain sidestep and flurry as his box out.
See, that's something I've missed in Flash characters is the ability to attack more than once. Because that one I've got, the Flash from the Flash set, the one that's 130 points and gets faster the more he hits people.
Oh yeah.
That one, if you get him in close quarters, you can knock him down. You can pummel him really easily, and he can't get much in the way of attacks in. But if he's got flurry, that changes things.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So that's quite nice.
Yeah. It's a bit like, I suppose, my Quicksilver.
Yes.
That has the obviously apart from being racist.
Yeah, so for a bit of background to that one, we played a game once where me and Blake had been positioned next to it. It's a big battle royal game, and we play them, 8 to a table, which is obviously not the optimum way to play Heroclix, but it's a ton of fun, so we do it anyway. And me and Blake got positioned very close to each other, and Quicksilver made an instant beeline for Black Lightning, and I've never let Blake hit me at the finish.
It didn't help that Quicksilver's obviously is dressed all in white.
Yes, he's also Magneto's son.
Yeah, and made a beeline right for Black Lightning. And I think he one punched him.
Yeah. You'd think that Magneto would have told him about the futility of racism and genocide.
He should have known better. But
no,
I think that's a nice model.
It was.
It was a nice model.
Dodge that fucker. All right, so
what did I say now?
Chase.
You said chase.
Balls out.
Yeah.
On the table.
Go on then.
Metaphor. Fuck. That's cool though, actually. Ooh, I will say.
That's nice though.
Ooh, something's got a title card of some sort. Let's pop them out. Ooh. I think one of these figures is going to become the Cable of this set.
Is it Batman Beyond?
As in, not bad pointage, and everybody's got one.
Oh yeah, that's the Batman I pulled.
No luck selling them on whatsoever.
Yeah, that's the one I pulled.
Yeah, nice. Right, so let's go through one by one. Right there. So, rarest, least rare to most rare, I've got Robin, who, let's be fair, shouldn't be rare.
No.
A version of him can be, but
yeah.
It shouldn't be as a general rule. There should be a common one in there somewhere.
Well, I don't know which Robin it was I faced, but one of the Robins I faced was actually quite annoying if used well, and again, not very high points either.
Yeah, okay.
I think he might have been a high point wattage than 35, so.
Yeah, probably. That's it. So, here we go. So the Robin card is up here. Doesn't seem to have any powers, it's just a kind of generic combat dial.
Yeah, okay.
And then going along from there, you've got Batman Beyond, the Cable of this set, as in everybody's got one, reasonably powerful, and there's no luck selling on any spares.
Yeah.
So we've seen him. And then we've got an uncommon Batman in black.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
That's, as I said earlier, that's the one I pulled at the OP. I didn't use him, but he's quite a nice model.
That's very cool. I like that a lot. Maybe there's more like a shadow thing, like the sketches, but
yeah, I assumed that was going for like the opening cinematic.
Yeah, I presume so
for the cartoon.
So yeah, he's got the. Oh no, he hasn't got the battering.
No.
But he's got two different dials, and you can flip it to a different side for free. So you can, like Two-Face, you can flip it between the two.
Yeah. Or a bit like
you can either
What's
have
the guy had a demon.
Anyway, he'll
Yeah.
come to me. Either he can get Smoke Cloud as a free action. When Batman is given a move while in hindering terrain, after resolution, he may make a close attack. So he's got basically a free charge.
Okay, cool.
Because you have to halve your attack before you come out of it, so that makes sense. And then Precision Strike if you go for the other option, and you get combat reflex. So you get combat reflexes or willpower depending on which one you choose. And prop control on 2 of the clicks out of 5 on the first half of the dial.
Okay.
Next, so this is the one with the title card. So this is an uncommon Poison Ivy at 30, number 31, 50 points.
Okay.
Not a massive dial, 5 clicks. Smoke Cloud, when removing her... Oh, because it's got a bystander token, that's why.
Okay.
On the inside here. You can generate a Pheromone Mushroom, max 3, in one occupied square that had a Smoke Cloud. And the Pheromone Mushroom basically gives mind control.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, not too bad.
Movement of 0, attack of 10, defense of 3.
Okay.
Can't be used for Mastermind, understandably so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got a relatively short dial, but
Not bad for 50
she's
points.
got mind control as well on half her dial, so.
And again, a bit varied for 50 points as well.
Yeah. And my rare one is 80 points, Killer Croc.
Okay, very nice.
I'm guessing he's got a prime or something equivalent to, because he's 47A. That usually means there's a B. And he's quite nice, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm assuming the B might be a green one, I'm guessing.
Maybe, yeah, that sounds reasonable. Oh, that's pretty cool. When Killer Croc begins movement in water terrain, speed +3.
Oh.
So he starts with a speed of 9, goes up to, starts at 12, down to 9. He's a swimmer, obviously. Don't see a lot of swimmers, I've found. Tends to be flyers and runners you get.
Yeah.
And then he's got power. Fucking hell. Anyway, sorry, yeah. So the second half of that trait, when he uses the carry, characters within 3 squares in line of fire may be carried if they have small, tiny size.
Okay.
Right. Power. Make 3 close attacks. It's called Feeding Frenzy, and it's on 3 of his 7 clicks, I think.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
So it's like super flurry then.
Basically, yeah. McFlurry.
Oh, muck flurry.
Yeah. So yeah, he's pretty good.
That's pretty good for 80 points.
7 clicks.
That's very powerful for 80
Yeah, he's got
points.
willpower in places, toughness, and vulnerability. We figured there's no point in really going into real depth in the dials in these booster battles, because by the time we get to these, the sets have been out. We're really doing it for the fun of the competition. So it's the spirit of competition and the enjoyment of pulling clicks that is at the heart of booster battle, not the fact that we're topical, because we aren't. Because thanks America,
One thing we've never been.
we're still over here.
So
You got yours.
I got
you
mine
yours
right.
Now,
So
how many points is your rarest?
my rare was the flash,
Right.
wasn't it? It's 75. So I mean, you technically
easy.
beat me.
Just
so,
mention it. So
okay.
point each.
So okay. So we'll say 3-1 then.
3-1.
So I need
Still
to
plenty
close
of-
that back.
You can totally close it out.
I need a chase.
There's plenty of time. Yeah, exactly. Chase will do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, booster number 3 with the score of 3-1.
Okay.
My way.
I'm going to take this one here, I think.
Okay. I'm going to go for this one in the front middle. Haven't seen Green Lantern yet. I could still go for seeing him because he's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, it's not, well, as I said, it's still...
As far as I know, he's just a rare, so there's no reason why he can't turn up.
No, and there's nothing you said that would imply he wouldn't turn up, that makes sense.
No.
Okay.
Right, so.
I am going to say, so let me just move these out of the way.
Alright. Go for it. Clear your decks.
So I am going to go a bit more balls to wall and say this will be a super rare.
Ooh, bloody hell. Let's play with the big boys now.
Yeah. Well, I need to get the points back somehow.
Fair. I'm going to say. I'm going to stay carry on saying chase. This next round. I might revise that as we go along.
Yeah, I normally, when I've done these in the past with you, I normally say chase as we go towards the end, because normally, it becomes more likely a chase will come if it hasn't showed up by that point.
Potentially so.
So, okay, so this will have not a chase. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, how cool is that?
Actually,
Yeah.
that is a super rare.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
very nice.
Very cool indeed.
Okay, so we have, get these out.
They can take a little while for the big bulkier figures, but there is a knack to it. Just remember that the plastic is harder on the figure than it is on the...
Yeah, I know. As I said, it might be that.
Please stand by.
Are you going to try and put me trying to do this in front of like a chalkboard with a clown?
This is fun.
Hey.
Watch Blake is struggling.
Bloody hell. I don't think you want to put him back in there.
No, I'll figure it out.
I think they put him on and glued the arm on going probably.
Maybe. That would make no sense. Don't do that.
Okay.
He's silly.
Oh, a little weird. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So we have to start off with a generic 25-point ninja.
Really
with
hope.
a very bendy sword.
I imagine that means Ra's al Ghul's in here somewhere then.
Possibly.
Maybe a League of Shadows.
Yeah, possibly a League of Shadows.
It's too early for Court of Owls at this point. Because Court of Owls turns up in the new 52, so they don't turn up in the animated series as far as I know.
Yeah, if it's like the one I fought at the OP, yeah, it's like low points, but they have charge and blades at the beginning. So
To be fair, if there's two things you associate with ninjas, it's being able to charge and blades.
yeah, so they can be quite a cheap one-off, quite a very damaging attack if you use them right.
If you know what I mean.
25 points, not bad. So yeah, not too shabby.
Cool.
Next we have the Joker.
Spot on. Spot on impression. Hello, Batman.
Yeah, fuck my Mark Hamill impression. I worked hard on that.
Yeah.
So we got.
I hear you're protecting city.
I believe this is the one that I was mentioning earlier. So he is only 30 points.
Yeah.
But he starts off with a special sort of smoke cloud, which allows him to make close combat attacks through.
Okay.
He's got super senses, but also he has 3 points with probability control. So I mean, as a support piece to hold at the back, I actually thought he was pretty good.
Makes a lot of
hold
sense.
up.
Yeah.
So I had him with I think it was a Bane and a Superman, and I also had this next model, Harley Quinn.
That hammer's awesome.
Yeah, it's a very nice
Super
model.
cool.
It's really good for 65 points because she's got this very good power.
Tell us all about it, Blake.
So let's get out of the car so I'm not got it wrong.
Go for it.
Yes, so she's, the trait is at the beginning of a turn you can roll a d6.
Right.
If you do, turn Harley Quinn's dial to that click number.
Okay.
So she does not return to her initial click, so if you roll the same number, I assume you re-roll the number.
Yeah, you
is
have
how
to.
we played it.
You've got one different.
She only has 6 clicks of health,
Yeah.
so you can't KO her by any means, but you can obviously make her dial worse than that. But what I was doing is but I mean, as you can see from the colour chart there, which I'll just quickly show
Yeah, of course.
to yourself, it's pretty
Oh,
much
it's all
her
over the
dial is all over the place,
Mm.
but she's got some very good abilities. I mean, like she's obviously starting off without wit and stuff like that. But what I was also doing was waiting until she was fairly damaged and then rolling the dice to see if I could heal her up, you know, so to keep her in the game. So
at that point, you're like, come on, one.
yeah. So
You were there when I super sent. Probably now. Here's where I'm weak.
Yeah.
I've got a game leg. Hit me there.
Yeah, and I think out of all of the games I played, she was the only model that didn't get KO'd.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, out of all the games I played, but yeah, she's
Yeah.
a good model. And next we have a Scarecrow.
That sculpt is excellent.
That's a very nice one, and obviously they're very thematic as a cartoon, which I think is great.
Yeah, very cool.
So I don't know much about that model because I've not seen that one before.
No.
So he has Frozen with Fear, Stealth for the free. He has Stealth, but also the free action. Choose a character occupying one of his smoke cloud markers and can't use willpower. That character gains immobile until your next turn. So he sort of freezes people in fear.
Yeah.
You can use Smoke Cloud as one of his box out attacks. Smoke Cloud is free, but only to generate. You can use Smoke Cloud, or Smoke Cloud is free, but only to generate 2 markers. So you can always be making it basically.
Yeah.
And can activate both actions in a single turn if you wish. So we can generate even more.
Was it 4 or 3 to start? No, 4.
I think it might be 4, so we could do 6.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then he has Plunge into Nightmare, his box out attack, which is Exploit Weakness. Or as a free action, choose a character occupying one of his smoke markers that can't use willpower. That character gains Battle Fury until the next turn. So, interesting.
Cool.
So yeah, not bad. He's only got mastermind though, so I imagine he'll go down like a sack of potatoes if you actually hit him.
Yeah. Well, he looks like a sack of
Well,
potatoes.
a burlap sack of potatoes,
Yeah.
anyway. But he does also have, when he loses that exploit weakness attack, he does gain perplex.
Okay.
So, not bad for 6
pretty
points.
good.
Yeah. And my super rare, and
Yes.
the one that took me half an hour to get out of the bloody booster, is this wonderful Clayface model.
That's very cool.
I think he's really lovely, actually.
Got a massive fuck off axe as a
Mm.
hand.
I think that's a great. Highest point model we've had as well, 125 points.
Indeed. Yeah, so far the highest up until that was Batman Beyond, because of course it fucking was.
So let's see what he's got.
Do you know, I think you'd struggle to find many more than that in terms of pointage, because there's not that, because they seem to be capping 150 to set 200 as like the really high end stuff in the boosters.
It seems to be, you don't seem to get many high wattage guys. I think,
No.
yeah, out of all of the models I've seen from this set so far, including from the OP game, 125 seems to be the highest
Yeah.
wattage I've come across.
Yeah.
So he's got a trait called Renew You, which is shape change. When Clayface uses it and succeeds, give him a Renew You token. Whenever Clayface rolls a single d6 or a power he's using, after rolling you may remove any number of Renew You tokens to increase the result +1 for each token removed.
Cool.
So using Blade's Claws is a bastard then.
Oh, crikey, yeah.
So,
Because you can remove up to 3 and do...
well, it said anything with a d6, so
Yeah.
that is Blade's Claws or maybe Plasticity, I suppose.
Plasticity,
It would be the only other thing I can think of.
Well, no.
Oh, Impervious, I suppose.
Yeah,
Or
so-
6 senses he gets
yeah.
as well. So,
So you could succeed where you failed, or
Yeah.
you can input, you can augment your
he,
damage.
he also gets regen towards the end of his style as well.
Of course, makes sense.
So yeah, he's not the fastest character, only with like speed of 7. But
Is his name really Matt?
apparently it's Matt Hagen or Hagen. He doesn't look like a person.
Fair.
But he gets like charge, super strength, place called
Long dial as well.
Yeah,
Eight
he goes
clicks.
out on click 9.
Yeah.
So,
8 clicks of health.
and look, he has impervious for a large chunk of that dial as well.
Makes
so,
sense. And he's Imdom as well, which is always good.
Yeah, so pretty bitey character.
Indeed.
Uh,
Right, so I said
okay.
chase, right?
You said chase.
Be a good round if we pull this super round of chase.
Well, yeah.
Pretty shit hot. Upside down, was it? Ooh. Oh, that tell you what. I've only gone fucking done it.
Is that a chase?
That is.
Damn it.
Yeah.
That was me hoping I'd done all right.
You have. I say, it'll be a good round, and it is. So, pop them out. Alright, so rarest to... No. Crap is the rarest. Sorry, Jim. Sorry, Jim. Apologies. I have to click it around. It's a stiff dial. Commissioner Gordon. That's a nice sculpt, that. Need a little microwave. We need a fake microwave for that.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. And you can have all of these available in the next hour. Are going to be on sale for just $39.95.
For your Jim Gordon needs.
So I've got a unique Catwoman.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
That is quite a nice model.
Yeah, very cool. So she can play either Batman enemy or Batman ally, which is pretty thematic for Catwoman.
Yeah.
Really, she's
Not
never
sure
really one or
that's-
the other.
Ah. Can I just double check the card?
Yeah, of course
I
you
meant there was a Catwoman I came, which I really like the power, the ability of.
Yeah.
Yes, it is that
one.
one. Oh my god.
Sorry, just carry on.
So, yeah, so once per force, when Catwoman is her trait is when she's KO'd, do not remove her from the game. Instead, after resolutions, place it in the square she last occupied on her starting click. She is now friendly to the opponent's force. This character is scored by the current opponent each time it's KO'd.
Oh wow, so she just goes backwards and
So
forwards.
yes, you would score 40 points for KOing her.
Well, you could go
and
once
you
each.
get her, but obviously that person could then score 40 points by KOing her.
Yeah, so basically you get one go each with Catwoman.
Yeah.
If you pardon the expression.
Yeah, and the second time obviously she gets,
Yeah.
she'll be out of the game. But no, I thought that was quite a nice little ability.
So you may have heard me get excited.
Yes. Why were you excited?
Harvey Dent. Doesn't look anything like my costume.
No.
For a start, he's fucking thinner.
Yeah. And obviously more blue.
Yes, more blue for sure. So yeah, Harvey Dent. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Uncommon.
very nice.
I got a rare Joker in the slightly different costume. So the
Okay.
more sort of the
Yes.
purpley one.
Mm-hmm.
He's very cool.
Oh, very nice.
And then the Chase, who is a character I actually really quite like in the Heroclix universe, and he's translucent plastic, so you know.
So that's.
I've got two tips. Firestorm. How cool is he? He can be played at. Oh, that's helpful. They've printed the number it's playable at on the very edge of the dial, so you can't quite make it out. Yeah, it's quality control, isn't it great? 80 or 40. It's a short dial, not particularly, but he's a Super Friends Firestorm. I didn't realise he was in Super Friends. Sideline active. Friendly characters have free. If this character critical missed this turn or made the third attack this turn to miss all opposing targets, place a character from your sideline that you can use the Trouble Alert trait adjacent on its blue starting line. What the fuck? I find some
think
of
my
these traits
Superman
are a
had
bit-
this
Yeah,
weird
these traits are a
Trouble
bit
Alert
long-winded. Yeah, so there's a free action. If this character critical missed this turn or made the third attack to miss all opposing targets, place a character from your sideline that can use this Trouble Alert trait adjacent on its blue starting line. So yeah, you can put him on your sideline, and he can be brought in
I
by
get mixed up by the colours because I know you said he's a chase.
Yes,
but
he is, the orangey colour is
the orange and the
yellow.
bronze looks very similar.
Yeah, yeah, it's not the most clear system, but again, he's got a title card. He's got two traits. The other one is characters that can use Outwit modify attack +2 when attacking only Firestorm. Characters that can use Outwit modify defense +2 when the Firestorm attacks them. So he's actually worse against Outwit characters.
Okay.
And then he's got Perplex on his damage for the first and last 2 clicks. Perplex, when Firestorm uses it, he can modify a value except damage +or -2. So you can reduce damage, defense, or attack, increase attack by +2, but not damage.
Very cool.
He's pretty cool. He's got prob on 2 of his splits and stuff like that. Pretty cool.
Very
So
nice.
yeah, that one.
Okay.
4 points for me. That one.
Yeah.
I've got
Damn.
my chase right
I
and
think I'm.
doubled my points. There's still
Yeah.
time. There's still time. You can get them all right now. And if you get a chase, because like I say,
Yeah.
from what I understand, there's more of them in there.
I gain a point for getting it right as well, don't I? So.
You do. This is
So
true.
I'm
'cause
on
you got yours
2, 7.
2
then?
versus 7. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's say still to all to play for.
Okay. Well,
You
I
could.
don't know.
I could completely rinse this now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say chase again.
What the fuck?
I might. I'm mad. Mad as a hatter.
Yeah.
I'm mad as a Jarvis Tetch.
Didn't have the same ring, does it?
No.
Okay. So round 4. Will
Round
Blake
4.
win? Probably not. So let's carry on anyway.
Stranger things have happened. We're up to series 3 now.
Yeah.
Of all the jokes I've got, which are stupid, that's probably my favourite.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to go for...
Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Okay.
You can have the bat thing.
That's the bat thing, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to enjoy a drink on camera.
Good drink. I like to enjoy any type of drink.
Other beverage available. Have to get some delivered soon, hopefully.
Yes, yes. Okay, I am going to go balls to the wall and say super rare again.
Alright. Balls to the wall, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait until you've done yours before I guess.
Okay.
Actually, no, you know what? That's not sporting. I'm going to say super rare as well.
Okay.
I'm not going to. It'll be too easy to just go, oh, rare. I'll play it safe. No, fuck that noise. I'd rather go home. I want to get to double figures. Super rare. Do it.
Right, let's see what we got then. Ooh.
Oh, that's really cool.
Oh. Yeah. Well, it is a super rare, and I didn't even realise this was in the set.
Oh,
Otherwise
cool.
I would have ordered this model.
Oh, really?
It's the Phantasm.
Nice. A little bit bendy.
Yeah, a little bit bendy, but
As you recall in the comic, in the DVD, a little bit bendy.
to be fair, she is. So.
Spoilers. Phantasm's a bit bendy. Right
Yeah.
then.
It's also been out for quite a few years.
Comment, save your breath.
So, yeah. If you haven't seen Master of Phantasm, do watch it. It's a brilliant film.
Noted.
Yeah. So this is. I'll start with my super rare first, anyway. So that
Yeah,
is
you-
Phantasm from Mask of the Phantasm.
Very cool.
has mystical.
Yep, makes sense.
So very, very cool. So your Angel of Death awaits is a trait. Smoke Cloud is free, and then as a free action she can move, but only through squares with her Smoke Cloud markers. After resolutions, remove each of those markers she moved through. So she's got a trend. No, that makes sense. It's grammatical. Powered by Vengeance, Blades, Claws, Fangs, modify attack +2 when targeting only lower point characters. Consider only 75, so not going to be many people that fall into that, but still pretty powerful.
Yeah.
The path betrays you, perplexed but only to target opposing characters. So yeah, got poisoned, exploit weakness. So yeah, pretty good. And stealth throughout all her dial goes out on click 7.
Alright,
pretty good. So who else we got?
What else you got?
So we have, I assume from Batman Beyond, going by the fact she's got old grey hair, but we have Commissioner Barbara Gordon.
Aha. Old recall.
Yes.
Okay, and you have a new favourite shitty joke.
Walk, can't walk, who can keep track?
It varies.
So
weirdly, it's the other way around you'd expect.
yeah, only 35 points.
Yeah.
But
Her skills were never punching things.
no. But
Apart from
got some alright ability. So
Back girl, I guess.
yeah, she seems to be alright. Moving on. Bloody hell. Got Detective Harvey Bullock.
Oh, nice. You're getting the hirsute characters today.
Yeah,
Face, Penguin, Harvey Bullock. Is it fair to say your team is not just Super Friends, but Super Friends?
Holding a donut there, that's one.
Yep, of course.
Only 30 points, but he was always fairly useless in the most things. So
he's on the take. He's on the take in the Nolan trilogy, right?
Yes, I believe he is.
I think everybody is except Jim.
Yep. I thought it was going to be another Harvey Dent, but it's actually a suited henchman.
Oh, he's got the same sculpt as
Same
Daggett.
sculpt as Daggett. Yeah, so doing his best Thanos pose.
Nice.
Without the gauntlet.
Yeah.
But
well, ideally, you don't just want to give it to a sorted henchman.
yeah.
A suited henchman. Sorry.
Yeah, a suited henchman. And yes, oh yes, that's right. Because I remember seeing him in the OP. He has 6 different variants.
I was gonna say,
Depending what
he
he
doesn't
had
have
with
9
only 1 click of health.
I say he doesn't get 9 clicks of health. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's a 5-point model.
Wow. You don't see many of those.
No, 5-point model, 1 click of health, but you can.
Move
I mean, like,
choose
you actually roll a dice at the beginning, and that's the click you put him on.
Oh, nice. Okay, it takes all.
So it's it randomises it.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's one with no real charge ability or anything like that, but he has willpower and blades, for example. There's one with plasticity and poison. There's a sidestep and range combat expert, which is the most, I would probably argue is the most effective one.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, not too bad though.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we have a Robin who is actually the same as the 35-point Robin that we pulled earlier.
Alright.
Check him again quickly.
Cool.
Okay.
Right.
You said I was correct, so
You
I've got
were.
1 point.
You do, and you probably get 2. Let's be fair, because
Yeah.
I'm unlikely to put anything better than a rare here.
No, never know.
Well, strange things have happened, I guess. But not 2. Well, no, these are pretty cool. So, funnily enough, I've actually also pulled a suited henchman.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, nice.
yeah, you just spotted the rare.
Very nice.
Right, so, next one, number 4, suited henchman. So we've just talked about him. He's got 6 different clicks of health, 5 points. Not often you see that. Poison Ivy, the common one we've seen earlier. So we doubled up on that one. So it goes. The little crossbow thing on the
Yeah, very nice.
or paper airplane thing on there. J-Man. Oh, he's different. I like him. Oh, it's actually got a chipped R as well. That's a bit of a pain. But I've not seen that before.
Oh,
I was actually
actually
cracked
be a
off.
bit cracked.
You'd think it would be in the box, but no.
No, it's
Oh,
all
wow.
magic.
Yeah, so he's a slightly different one from the future. So I'm guessing he's the Batman Beyond villain.
Okay.
You got to pay for that smart leadership and perplex, but only to modify an attack value on friendly characters. 50 points.
Okay.
The black Batman from earlier, the all black one, with the 2 different dials.
That's their word, you know.
What, black Batman?
Yeah.
Fair. You can have it if they want it, it's fine. Whoever they are.
Yeah.
Whiz kids, I guess.
Where's
The rare one, so not enough to get me my point, and enough to win you the round, but nonetheless, a cool character. Talia Al Ghul.
No, nice.
Yeah, very cool.
That must be.
cool.
I am assuming Rance is in this. Then.
Raz must be then, yeah.
Yeah.
League of Shadows is a League of Assassins. Sorry, is the keyword. Trapped between my father and my beloved. At the beginning of the game, choose a friendly character of higher points. When that character is KO'd, after resolutions, turn Talia to click 5. On click 5, she gets pretty good. Attack box out, which gives her penetrating psychic blast and the ability to target through hindering terrain. And you can only target a character occupying hindering terrain. Sidestep and self on a box out, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
She's got 3, so she's got a weird dodge. She's got 3 clicks and then a break and then another 4. So yeah, she kind of jumps. She jumps from 1 to click to from.
Oh, sorry,
I
misread that. I misheard that. So yeah, because I thought that's a bit odd. So she could be KO'd quite early on, but if you
get
choose someone at higher points that gets killed before her, she becomes quite a bit more powerful. Then.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's not nice. Different. I've not really seen that before.
So
type of click.
you win. You get your point. You get your point for your guess and your point for the round. So it's 4 to 7.
Yes, I'm slowly catching up.
Well, you could still, if you get a chase and
No, 5 to 7. Because I think I had 3.
3. What do you get 3?
Oh no. I can't remember. He'll be back in the video.
So in any case, you need 4 to win.
Yeah.
Let's say that for sure.
Yeah.
So you could guess a chase and successfully get one.
Yes, that's true.
So you get a choice of the last one.
I'm going to be awkward and take this one over.
Fine. You're the guest. Okay.
And I've got nothing to lose, so I'm going to have to go with. Well, I have everything to lose, so I'm going to have to go with Chase.
I'm going to go super rare again. No, you know, ultimately, like I say, I want to finish strong. So
yeah. You son of a technical difficulties.
If we had some technical difficulties every time we swear, it'd basically just be a 10-minute show. That fucking punch card.
You make a specially E14 one.
I did way back when.
Oh yes, you did, didn't you?
You know, man.
Oh yeah.
When we did our first, I think it was our first booster battle. We did a gravity feed box from Age of Ultron.
That was
the first booster battle was with myself and WizKid's distribution mechanics, and I lost that one because I'm an idiot who doesn't do his research. So you're going to say chase for this one? Yeah?
Yes, I'm going to have to. The chances of getting another chase in a brick are not impossible, but
from my understanding, there are more chases in this than a standard case. And bearing in mind, did you pull any chases at the OP?
I don't believe so. Well, I mean, I'd have to double check the rarity of the Bane and the Superman.
Bane's super rare.
And I don't think the Superman was super rare, or it might have just been uncommon, I think. Or quite rare or something.
It might be, if it's like the Flash, it might be a rare.
Yeah, so, I'll see.
Maybe 2 in this one then.
Possibly, yeah.
Never know.
Well, as I said, we didn't open a full brick, I don't think.
Okay.
So the chase could be in that one.
That does change things somewhat, but nonetheless.
Okay, so come on, chase. Chase. Oh, there's something in here.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that is cool. Do you know what? I don't give a shit if that's a chase or not. That is cool. That's too fucking cool. So pops out. He's on the Hades.
Oh, that is brilliant.
He's on the Hades throne.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's super rare, isn't it? But
yes, it is. But nonetheless, that is nice. Christmas
so we have a
Joker.
Christmas Joker.
Nice.
Just in time for November when this video comes out.
Too early for Christmas music, bats.
So, in addition to that, that's obviously my super rare, which I mean, yeah. He's a lovely looking model, so I think he should be a chase.
He might win you the round.
Yeah.
And he is well.
There is an item in here, so that might give me a point.
There you go, it does. This is true.
So that's something. So, which is a Christmas present.
Oh.
Only 5 points.
We could do Ireland, I guess.
We've got another 19 Alfred Pennyworth.
Okay.
And we also have a more common number 6 Alfred Pennyworth.
Oh, you got a double Alfred.
So I've got double Alfred. I have another Leslie Tompkins. Who we all know as the star of the Batman animated.
Obviously, there is no brick that's complete without 2 of the pictures.
And Commissioner Gordon.
Nice.
I'm not as happy to see him as I am to see Leslie Tompkins.
Oh, Leslie Tompkins. I mean, come on.
No. So let's have a look. I mean, there are 2 different types of Alfred. So the Alfred in the cream that we saw earlier, he buffs Buttles, I believe is the correct word. He buttles Batman and modifies.
Steve.
He if he's adjacent to Batman, he modifies both for defense by +1.
Okay.
And he also has a unique perplex, but also a unique modifier. When Alfred uses it to target a friendly character with the Batman family keyword, after choosing the combat value, you may roll a d6. If the result is less than the target's click number, you may instead modify the chosen combat value by +2.
Okay.
So a bit different there.
Yeah.
He's got sidestep and support.
Nice.
As well.
Very cool.
The other Alfred, which is the more traditional one,
The black one.
is that.
One of the black suits.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not Black Alfred. That's a whole new movie.
Is he has sidestep, and when an adjacent character is named Batman is given a move action, he may be placed adjacent to that Batman all the time. I think there are some Batmen that are like improved when he's there, but he does give enhancement and empower depending on what click dial he is and support depending on that. Nice. So there is some extra rebuff. So the one we all want to know about is the Joker, obviously.
Of course. Well, I mean, since we've already established that Leslie Tompkins is a badass bitch, let's talk about the Joker, I guess.
So his trait is obviously he can start with that with the Christmas present equipped. The effect of the Christmas present is free action, roll a d6. On a 1, you're no fun, Batman. Christmas present is KO'd. 2 to 5 pie in the face. This turn, this character can use incapacitate with a range value of 3 as a free action.
That's pretty cool.
And 6, drop the family off. Choose an opposing character within 6 squares and line of fire. That character can't be given actions except move actions during its next turn. So
wow,
pretty much incapacitates them really. So his movement box out, Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin laid an egg. Is charge, plasticity and sidestep.
Oh wow.
His damage box out, Batmobile lost the wheel and Joker got away. His outwit, perplex, and when Joker uses either, his minimum range value is 9, so he has a longer range than most.
Okay.
That's all that he has. So with those abilities at the beginning, with like charging that, he does have blades with an attack of 11.
Cool.
And he does, as I said, he's got outwit and perplex, and it does damage of 3 at the beginning. So I mean, for a 75-point character, he's pretty bitey actually.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose if you think about it, if you're a player and you're playing Batman versus the Joker, you want a decent strength Joker because otherwise a 75-point Batman's not much fun you got.
Yeah.
If
I mean, like
goes down like a sack of spuds.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, like the 30-point Joker, I think is pretty good for what you get.
Yeah.
But I mean, normally with that sort of one, you'd probably play it that he was the one being the mastermind, hiding at the back and sending off people.
Yeah. You know what's really I really love about this? And it's a small touch, so small that I don't know if I can actually communicate it in the picture. But he's done the hand puppet.
Oh yes.
With the whole talking out of the hand, but it's facing the other way. So it's actually, if you look there, it's facing.
Oh right. Yeah, that's a very small detail.
That's such a nice touch.
No, that's a very cool detail.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
No,
I like that piece in general. It's
yeah,
beautiful.
no, I think that's one of them.
Right.
Possibly my favourite piece out of the whole lot of those actually. Yes, so
Super rare or better.
I didn't get the chase, so I didn't guess it correctly. But
super rare or chase. Super rare or better. Win the round. Fuck. Although, I mean, to be fair, there is some cool stuff in here. You can see that. Not least of all. Spoilers. That's Leslie Tompkins. So, we have the Joker. Who cares about him in the context of Batman? Yeah.
it's all about.
Or there's a ninja He's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as I said, you can use multiple of them.
Yeah.
25.
25
They're not bad for a 25-point piece, to be honest.
Fucking stiff dial there.
Mm.
Look at that. That's a nice ninja.
Mm.
This, we'll go to the next. We'll go to the Pierce the Resistance.
Yeah, which is obviously
Leslie fucking Tompkins.
Gotta love her.
Gotta love her, apparently.
Yeah.
Turns out, because I fucked her. Now we've got to love her.
I think that's the one I played against.
So there's a variant, Mr. Freeze, who's very, very cool indeed. Number 22, he's got uncommon. Just look at that. He's awesome, isn't he?
No, very
Got
cool.
the black, almost like a spacesuit style.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then the rarest one in the pack is not more than a rare, Lex Luthor. But I bet if I look at his cards, he's probably got some cool powers. So first of all, he looks like Buzz Lightyear, except he's been dressed up for a tuxedo party, and he's not.
He's
really
doing the same pose as Roland Daggett.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, it's almost like they're all kind of connected somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually are. So yeah, what we got in the way of cool stuff?
So Lex Luthor's only 50 points. He's got a couple of traits. He's got diplomatic immunity, which takes a maximum of 1 damage as long as he's adjacent to a friendly character.
Okay.
And who do you really think is really in charge here? Characters can't choose Lex Luthor when using Mastermind.
Okay.
And then President, do you know how much power I'd have to give up to become President? Which is his damage box out, which is Leadership, Outwit, and Perplex. He also has Stealth, Plasticity, Super Senses, and Outwit. So he's not the most powerful in damage. He only does 1 point of damage, but he has pretty good. He's a good 50-point support piece because I mean he's got Leadership, Outwit, Perplex, and takes as long as you have someone with him guarding him, he takes a while to whittle down as well.
Yeah. Tell you what, the Mr. Freeze is pretty long dial. He's got 7 flicks of health, it looks like, for 100 points.
Okay.
So you've reaped an icy wind. Trait Barrier, Force Blast. If Mr. Freeze knocks a character back, and that character's knockback path was stopped by blocking terrain, he can use Barrier as free this turn, but only to generate barrier markers adjacent to that character. So you can basically knock him into blocking terrain and then freeze him in place.
Okay.
Yeah. And then his attack, he's got an attack box out for 4 of his 7 clicks. Incapacitate, when Mr. Freeze uses it and hits, also deal his damage value divided among hit targets.
Ouch.
So he gets incapacitate with damage. So that can be up to 3.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Yeah, very cool. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good spread of stuff. We got a chase. We got probably 3 or 4 super rares, which is pretty good for a brick of 10. What's your pick? If you had to pick a pool to say that is your best or your favourite one.
I mean, in terms of childhood memories, I love the film Mask of the Phantasm, so I do love that there is a Phantasm click.
Yes.
I do think that's a lovely model. That is a lovely one. I mean, the model here is a little bit bent, but
nothing the glass of hot water wouldn't solve.
No. I think he's nice. If I was to say what my favourite overall looking model was, I would have to say it's the Christmas Joker.
No, I would agree. I think that's probably the best one out of the stuff we've pulled. I really like the Firestorm because the Firestorm's a very nice sculpt. It's got the whooshing thing. It's got translucent plastics, obviously. And the Mr. Freezes are cool.
Yeah, no, I like that they've got the misted glass as well, but also still looking like the cartoon variants of them.
And obviously Two-Face is just awesome.
Well, no, I mean you're happy you definitely got one of him. So
but it's all about Christmas Joker for me. Yeah.
I mean, I even do like the Clayface.
Clayface is
model.
very cool.
I think it's a nice one, and he's a pretty rocking click by looking at his stats.
Indeed,
so
yeah.
He'll definitely take a bit of walloping.
Well, we're going to find out about that because we're now going to build a 600-point team to put into a game where we will play with the teams and see who wins the day.
Yes.
Because it's pretty clear, I think, from this one, although you did get your 2 points and the 3rd point for winning the...
That wasn't enough for me to win, unfortunately.
You got 2 points, 1 to win the round and the item.
Yeah.
But not enough to win the game. But you gave it a good go, and you did get closer to me than I thought, by the time.
I'm happy losing by a couple of points than...
Yeah, a couple of points.
Than losing by about 4 or 5 points. It was at 1 point.
At 1 point, yes. So yeah, well played on that regards. It happens. We, occasionally I win things, and it usually is. I'm just advantageous.
It's quite nice that you're recording it.
It is. It is nice.
Just to show it so you can look back at it and go, wait a minute, I do win things.
I do win things every now and then. Shut up, people. Shut up, others. So we will pull everything kind of towards us, and then what we'll do is we'll build 600-point teams, and then we'll put them together, tell them what you got, and then there'll be a future video where we get them together and have a bit of a knockabout with the little plastic figures beating the crap out of each other. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, all right, well, so let's do that now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, it's quite a big team, mine, but that's mainly because of the Leslie Tompkins factor.
I think we both got a big team. So I think you got a bigger team.
Yeah, I think you're right. So, do you want to give us a kind of quick rundown of your squad and your total cost?
Yeah.
Points
So
cost?
my cost comes to exactly 600 points. I have the Batman Beyond, the Flash, the Phantasm, the regular Mr. Freeze at 75 points, the Clayface at 125 points, the Christmas Joker equipped with the Christmas present, coming from 75 plus 5 for 80 points. Harley Quinn for 65 points, and to round off, because I had 595, the Suited Henchman for playing 5 points.
That's what they're for.
He's just as good as a Christmas present.
Sure. Well, depends. If you, Kwanzaa maybe.
Yeah.
If you celebrate Kwanzaa, you're like, well, I'd rather have a henchman.
Yeah.
So I've got Uncommon Poison Ivy,
Okay.
Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
We might as well just knock them both out and play at 500. Oh well. The Black Batman, the all black Batman. Two-Face. No Harvey Dent to be signed.
No. Okay.
Alfred.
Yeah.
The white chocolate Alfred.
Yeah.
Robin.
He's sweet enough.
Killer Croc. Mr. Freeze in his Logan's Run suit.
Okay.
Talia Al Ghul. And of course, the one, the only,
Yeah.
except I have two, Leslie Tompkins. Or
Technically,
T-Dog.
it's your work, so you got 3.
Yeah, true. True. So there we go. So I've got a team of 10 basically for 600.
Okay.
So it's going to be a bit of a alternating points thing. So, but
Yeah. I mean, even so, I managed to do like eight models. So
yeah,
you know,
that's mainly the Leslie Tompkins factor. Otherwise, I could
Yeah.
have easily gone for the 80-point Joker, or Firestorm, or maybe Catwoman at a push, or Catwoman and Baby Doll, other points, whatever.
Yeah.
But because I've gone for the Leslie Tompkins, 15 points is an awkward number to work around. So
Okay.
it should be, as long as I've done my maths right. I'll double check that quickly now, but I'm pretty convinced it should be exactly bang on. So that's 60 points. That is 75. That is 45. Oh, I've done it in this order. 125. 225. 300. 375. 575. 550. Wait, what? 150. 200. 300. Easy. 400. 460.
Yeah, no, you've got 600.
460, 540,
I've added up your models.
500,
600.
600. Yeah, fine.
They're 300, and that's
Yeah,
300.
basically, yeah. So it's a game of two halves.
Yeah.
Team Tompkins and then Black Batman group.
Yeah.
Black Batman group.
And Two-Face.
Black Batman group. So there you go. So in the next video associated with the Batman animated series brick, we will have a 600-point game for the ages with Team basically Super Res versus Team Tompkins.
Yeah.
So we shall see who prevails. But in the meantime, Blake, thank you for joining me.
No,
And
thanks
thank
for
you
having
for
me.
unboxing this brick with me.
Yes, congratulations on your win, as usual. So I'll have to make up for it by kicking the shit out of you in the next one.
Well, will he do that?
Yeah.
Probably. Let's find out later. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching the E14 Toybox Batman Animated Series Booster Battle, and bye for now.
I'm the knight.
I'm Vengeance. I smell a sitcom!